We're approaching the Wesmont Station. I just want to show all the new residential construction here. It's quite something. I see Pulte Homes and Avalon. So some big name developers are here. This is like a new urbanist type community. It's surreal. You wonder what was here. You wonder what was here. The streets are named after presidents, so we're going to make a left on Kennedy and a right on Truman.
Turn right onto Truman Drive. In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Marshall Lane.
Marshall. There's Victory Lane. So maybe it's a mixture of World War II references. Anyway, it just is something brand new. Sorry about the bird splat just happened on the windshield. So all these people are new residents.
Turn right onto Marshall Lane, then turn left onto Johnson Drive.
Okay, we'll get there. This just keeps going on and on. Isn't that something? All the way up there, all new.
Turn left onto Johnson Drive.
Turn left on Johnson. So is that President Johnson?
In 600 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
Woodridge Engineering Shops, New Jersey Transit. More new housing. And here's the Wesmont Station. With a lot of New Jersey Transit trucks. Alright, we'll get out and take a look. This is the fairly large parking lot at Wesmont Station, which is really interesting. This is the next stop north of Rutherford, which is a very historic looking train station. And this looks to be brand new. That's where you pay for your parking. It almost reminds me of hubcap art. So it has an overhead walkway. Here, I'll stand here closer to the fence to stay out of the sun. There's a plaque that talks about the history of the Erie Railroad in New Jersey, Bergen County Railroad. There's pictures of some of the stations along the line. I don't see a historic one for, previous one for Wesmont, but here's like Allendale. And here's Rutherford, just still there. They're both still there. Mahwah, the original Mahwah, which is now moved back away from the current station. Fairlawn Station. I have to see what that's been renamed. Hawthorne Station. Wow, just a little hut. And then Waldwick Station. which is still there, very, very pretty. Been repainted and everything. Looks way nicer than that picture. So, alright, so let's just show you where we are on the map. We're here, Wesmont, one north of Rutherford. Next up north is Garfield. It's handicapped accessible with an elevator. It must be Center Island. We'll go up the steps here. Stairs are a little rusty. Even though this station doesn't look to be that old. Again, it's more cosmetic than structural. Co-funded by the FTA. Vivian McDuffie is the artist. You get a general look at the lay of the land here. Looking north. Another elevator. I don't know what this land on here is all been used for. Will be used for. What that is over there, I can't quite tell. Some sort of light manufacturing or material storage. I mean, you just have minor cracks in the concrete stairs. This is Saturday, December 4th. So there is no station house. You really see the rust that leaks away from the staircase across the platform. Like the ceiling panels have been removed from here. So you can see some of the rust underneath the staircase. A lot of rusting elements. Even though the station is pretty new. So it looks like it has a little freight siding that goes off to the manufacturing facilities that direction. Now the platform warning strip is in perfect condition. That's the way every station should look. And you see concrete bases to the columns, which also makes a lot of sense to prevent rust, which you see at so many of the stations. The platform's not that long, but long enough. I'll put the ridership figures up for the station. There's no one here on a Saturday morning, but I'm not sure if there's weekend service on this line. There is on the main line, which runs parallel to this. So it's really nicely designed. It's just another one of those stations where they gotta get the rust situation dealt with. And here's like a rusty base to this sign. You got pay phones, should you need them, should anyone need them. Looks like they have space heaters over the outdoor sitting area. So this line goes to Hoboken. And the other direction is towards all the way to Port Jervis in Metro North territory. So yeah, that's Wesmont. Just want to add, there's a little explanation here of the artwork. The artwork on the fencing of this station was inspired by the wheels of train locomotives and the aircraft propellers and engines manufactured at the former Curtiss Wright plant located nearby. There's the Metro North train. We're walking towards the Garfield train station in a pretty dense residential area. And I just parked on the street. We'll see if there's any parking that goes along with this station. So here the station comes into view. Passaic Street. We're the next stop up from Wesmont, which comes after Rutherford going outbound. And we'll take a look as soon as the traffic stops. Okay, let's take these steps up. Nice mural on the back of the storefronts. So, it's a little waiting area with a bench. And it curves around to the east. So it's a dinky little station, not very long. Just show you where we are on the map. Here we are at Garfield on the Bergen County line. Next stop northwest is Plotterville, then Broadway, then Radburn. So, as simple as the inbound platform is, the outbound platform just gets that much more simple. It has a bench. It has a stairway to get to it from the south end. And I'll put the ridership figures up here. It's a dense area, but there's no parking that I see. And it's a very short platform. but maybe the ridership figures will be surprising. It's got the old time signs, little signs. I'm just looking around to see what's in the area. Very dense area. So that is it for Garfield. We're at another interesting station here, the Plotterville Station. And I believe we're in Garfield, New Jersey. But a lot of the housing is just sort of normal and, you know, apartment buildings. And then you've got this really hip looking station, brand new, high level platform with bike racks and I don't know if there's little stairs, but we'll take the ramp. And I'll just show you where we are on the map here. So we're on the Bergen County line, and here's Plotterville, and it's handicap accessible. The next stop south is Garfield, and then the next one north. Two stations to the north are in Fairlawn, Broadway and Radburn. So let's go up and take a look at Plotterville, which looks really new, just like the Wesmont station, which is 2 stations down. Just has a little dinky Garfield station in between these 2 nice modern stations. And I don't know if they have service on weekends. I'll post it on the screen. So the only way I think to get to the downtown side is to go over to the street and then walk back, which I will do. So this is the outbound side, headed north. Does have schedules for Saturday, Sundays, but I have the whole station to myself, so you can get a picture of some of the highlights of Garfield. They have, on the glass they have artwork including Garfield City Hall. So again, the platform edge warning strip is in perfect condition. Everything is in great looking condition from what I can see, except for peeling paint on the columns. But they've headed off any rust problems by having concrete bases along the bases of the columns, which is a smart move. And then here's the base that they're using at the base of the aluminum columns for the lights. A lot of lights. Got a couple of benches, but it's the outbound direction. So let's take a look at the inbound side at Plotterville. By the way, it has a generous amount of parking, it looks like. Here's the parking lot. I parked in the little part here, but it's a bigger lot over to the north on the outbound side. Alright, so let's walk over and walk down to the street and then over and then back. We'll look at the inbound side at Plotterville. Here's looking down a straight shot towards Garfield Station. And back at the station to the north. There's a VFW hall across the way. And regular residential streets. Garfield is a very dense town. There's a few high rises, but it's mostly single family homes covering the landscape. I guess there's some parking here on the inbound side. Very little. So you got to get here early in the morning, I think, to get the inbound side parking spaces. And I'll have to find out who designed this station and also Wesmont. They did a really nice job. They do have some stairs. You don't have to take the ramp like I'm taking. But since this is my first time here, there's that little outbound canopy. So see, here's some of the peeling paint that needs to be dealt with. Some ceiling panels. They're in okay condition. It just looks like a station that gets a decent amount of ridership, but I'll put that on the screen. Here's some waiting area. There's some ceiling heaters. Maybe they work. I know at my station they have some heaters in the waiting room and they don't really do much to warm up the space. It's sort of a token effort. 2011 under Governor Christie. So this station is 10 years old. As this is December 4th, 2021. So just got to deal with the painting of the columns. And you've got a station that looks brand new again. Here at Plotterville. On the main Bergen County line. Well, we're here at the Fairlawn Broadway Station. And there's all kinds of towns around here. I saw something that we're in Elmwood Park. But it's the only entrance over here to this side of the station. I see stairs going up there. Even though the sign is here. And this is Broadway. So we'll see how we can get up there. I might have to cross this street here. All right, let's walk up to the inbound side, up these stairs. People waiting, but this train is going the opposite direction. I see the inbound trains coming. This is the outbound train. So I parked it down there, but there's no station down there. You have to come up here. So we'll wait for the inbound train to come and show you where we are on the map. We're right here in Fairlawn, Broadway Station on the Bergen County line. And here comes the train. Slowly. I will say also that it's a good little distance between Plotterville and Broadway. So I was using Google Maps, but it didn't want to work. But so I just made a straight shot, running parallel to the railroad, and finally got here. So some of the platform rubbing board and the edge of the asphalt platform is a little worn. Needs a new yellow line. So here comes the train into the station. There's a little waiting area. And the train's about to take off as the other train heads north. Heading for the Radburn Station. The train heading north. So, having two trains arrive during my 3 minutes here at the station makes it seem more interesting, but it's a pretty boring station. And you can see this line is used by freight cars because there's some cars parked on a siding, which somehow has to get back up to the track. So it's just asphalt platforms. Needs a new rubbing board. And nothing much to look at on the outbound side except the side of this manufacturing type facility or whatever it is, wholesale. So that is it for the Broadway stop. Not really a station in Fairlawn, the southern Fairlawn, New Jersey station. All right, let's head to the next one north. So here we are at the Radburn Station, the northern of the two stations in Fairlawn. And the station house, it looks like it's in this historic structure house. Which is called the Cadmus House Museum, built about 1800 by Jacob Herring. So while it might not be part of the station, it looks like it is. Fairlawn's Historical Museum. So here's actually the station house, which looks like the same architecture. Maybe a little newer, maybe built to look old. And then here's the nice sized canopy. It's December 4th. I can't remember whether we're on the last day of Hanukkah or we're towards the end of it, I know that. And the canopy looks to be in good shape. The platform is a little rough. It's asphalt, low level. This is looking north towards, I believe, Glen Rock. It's the next station. So the train just came through here, so that's why there's nobody here right now. And this is sort of like downtown Fairlawn over here. It's cute. Not that big, but cute. And I don't see a regular map, but let me just look at this little map that they'll have on the schedule just to verify what is the station north of Fairlawn. Radburn, so it'd be Glen Rock, Borough Hall. And after that, the Bergen County line and the main line merge. And then they both stop at Ridgewood. So that's the lay of the land at Radburn. On the Bergen County line. Radburn.